a lot of the information that the world receives, they receive from television. The television stations are owned by large corporations. The large corporations are owned by a few people that have an agenda, one or another. And that is coloring the information. Now what? Now we're not dealing so much with government, but with the issue of globalization and corporate power and corporate thinking, which owes no responsibility to an electorate as it would in a democracy, but only a responsibility to shareholders and the bottom line. So the chances of getting accurate information are significantly diminished by a certain definition of wealth. I want to talk about wealth also, but I'd like to hear what you have to say about the fact that a great deal of information is coming through corporations that own the television.
Yes, my friend, American friend, rather very critical about some of the major American television channel. Sometimes I'm a bit surprised when they criticize with certain sort of examples, certain sort of reasons. That's of course unfortunate. The free country, free information, the various sort of informations, and their own interest, and also I think taking consideration of promotion of world peace or promotion of a happy world. I think truthful information, honest, that's very important. I think eventually will change. I think generally speaking, within the 20th century, within 1 century, I think the situation, the early part of 20th century and the later part of 20th century, the situation about human concept. Now, for example, concept of violence or concept of peace or dialogue, I think much changed. I think one clear example, in First World War, Second World War, when nation declare war on other, I think all the citizens, without any question, even proudly join war effort. Then Vietnam War, and then resistance of the war. I think not only other people or citizens of other country, but even one's own country citizen, now showing disagreement about their sort of violent sort of policy or violent method. And worldwide, I think the concept of non-violence. One time, I think 1996, when I had the opportunity of one audience with late Queen Mother of England. Since she observed all the sort of the 20th century, at that time her age also I think 1996. So I asked, since you observed the most part of the century, 20th century, so I asked, according to your sort of view, the world becoming better or worse? Then without hesitation, she responded, better. One example, when she was young in England, the concept of human right or right of self-determination, these are, no one is sort of talking, no one sort of much bother. Now today, these things become universal. She told me like that. So I think then, various fields, environment issue, and also the non-violent resolutions. Well, these are, I think, much sort of changed within 1 century. This I consider the real sort of more and more civilized through our own experience. Humanity experienced a lot of pains, a lot of difficulties during war in early period of 20th century. So I believe humanity becoming more mature, at least I think in the European continent, because they suffer a lot. Yes. Asia, sometimes I feel not yet, although there's a lot of sufferings. Now, for example, in people's problem, China, during the, I think, 20th century, I think a lot of suffering. And also the previous centuries, a lot of sort of suffering. But now seems even the communist totalitarian regime, because their own experience, now they are becoming more wiser, more sort of realistic. So in any way, world at large, I feel, becoming better. So still, we need more effort through education. So one information, I think the various sort of channel or various sort of source of information, television or newspaper or radio, I think internet or all these, I think have immense sort of important role for promotion of better world, happier world. So one way, I think they checking these information, the source of information which usually bring more distorted information, then I think more channel or more sources of information, that I think only way is to balance.